An immigration law in limbo.
Texas has a right to defend ourselves.
Between the state Supreme Court and the highest court in the land. Wages becoming challenging to handle.
I really like my job, but at the same time, it's very exhausting.
The burnout and struggle felt in the Sunshine State. And women leaders unite.
I'm so hopeful for the future. It's incredible.
To empower and inspire change for all women. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Kenneth Bueno.
I'm Laura Palfrey. Today is Thursday, March 21st, 2024.
Live from the Lee Kaplan School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
An immigration plan is in legal limbo this morning, caught between a panel of federal judges and the U.S. Supreme Court. The governor of Texas wants to declare an invasion on the Lone Star State and issue commands to fight back.
As CNN's Laura Aguirre reports, this opens up a whole new set of legal challenges.
Texas is in a legal tug-of-war. Governor Greg Abbott wants to start enforcing SB 4, the state's new immigration law that he signed last year. It empowers state and local law enforcement to detain people they suspect of entering the U.S. illegally. But it's facing a myriad of legal challenges from the Biden administration and other groups. And while those court battles play out, the U.S. Supreme Court issued a temporary order Tuesday allowing Texas to enforce SB 4. But hours later, a federal appeals court slammed the brakes on that, and the governor pushed back Wednesday.
Texas has a right to defend ourselves, and we will use that authority to declare an invasion and fight back against that invasion. No,
SB 4 has sparked protests, and critics say it greenlights racial profiling. After Tuesday's legal maneuvering, some cities moved quickly to allay those fears.
We don't want our deputies making arrests unless somebody has actually committed a crime.
It can be just by seeing somebody and the officer thinking that he's not from here and then asking for documents. It doesn't work like that.
But exactly how it will work is now back in the hands of the 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, for now, with the governor, the state, and the eyes of the nation watching.
What Texas is doing on immigration would be akin to them declaring their own wars, would create massive confusion across not just Texas, but other states.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
This morning, evacuees from Haiti are safely in the United States after an emergency flight to a Florida airport. The flight arrived yesterday as part of an emergency evacuation from the islands to the Orlando International Airport. The flight carried 14 people, including children. Kevin Guthrie, Florida's Division of Emergency Management Executive Director, assisted with the effort alongside Governor Ron DeSantis.
It's not just, show up at an airport and people jump on. I mean, there's people that are in parts of Haiti that are dangerous. We have personnel on the ground that are helping them get where they need to be so that they can do their exfil.
Governor DeSantis says the evacuees will not be charged for the flight.
Authorities this morning are investigating the death of a Central Florida construction worker after he fell to his death. Investigators say the worker was struck by something before falling into a 20-foot shaft at a construction site in Orange County yesterday. First responders were able to rescue the worker, but he later died from his injuries at the hospital.
Statewide traffic can be brutal sometimes, especially in South Florida, but state officials are taking action to help ease the situation. Caplin News reporter Jessica Wine has more on the road changes.
This morning, roads are changing all over South Florida to help drivers reduce traffic time and travel safer.
These improvements have just been launched this spring under state orders, as officials realize packed roads are a statewide issue. According to the research by the Global Traffic Scoreboard, it's reported in 2022 that residents of Miami lose 105 hours of their lives just sitting in traffic. Miami is ranked number 9 as one of the most congested cities worldwide.
It's just crazy. People don't know how to drive here. I travel a lot to different countries and different cities and states, and Miami is unique.
As a result, communities in Miami-Dade, such as Pinecrest and Cutler Bay, are actively trying to solve this issue and are providing solutions, such as the installation of new roundabouts.
I think the roundabouts are good, but people need to learn how to use them.
Roundabouts could help, but we're in Miami. Not everybody really knows how to drive, but yeah, so let's see.
Residents have fingers crossed these solutions will work in the future. However, as they undergo constructions, residents are still experiencing heavy traffic delays.
The detours, and a lot of times they go through neighborhoods, which is also annoying because, you know, there's kids playing after school.
Oak Color is no longer a shortcut, and there's not many options to come down south anymore because everything's backed up between Oak Color, US 1, and Turnpike.
With all these new road detours, make sure to check out your local government page so that you know new traffic patterns and can arrive to your destinations on time. I'm Jessica Wine, and this is Caplin News.
The weight of low wages grows as many are forced to look for a second or third job to pay the bills at the end of the month. Caplin's Emma Alonso has the latest on the work burnout.
As renting and housing costs continue increasing, the underpayment of workers stays the same, forcing the residents of South Florida to have no choice but to work multiple jobs at a time in order to meet basic living needs. However, with this comes burnout, causing workers to become stressed, wondering if they will have enough money to pay next month's rent or even if they have a social life anymore.
Alba Moro moved to South Florida in 2020 during the pandemic to continue her studies at Florida International University. Moro is currently working as a resident assistant for her dorm building. She also is a public relations coordinator for a company that was not named for privacy reasons. Moro works close to around 70 hours a week. Her schedule altogether can be quite hectic, involving sometimes sleepless nights.
I really like my job, but at the same time it's very exhausting to have to work and also take classes and also work in my second job in FIU. I have to miss hang out with my friends or FIU events because I'm on duty most of the weekends or during the week.
Moro is not the only one to experience such burnout. Within Health conducted burnout surveys in 2022 where they found that the state of Florida had 3 major burnout cities, Orlando topping at number 1, Miami coming in at number 4, and Tampa coming in at number 5. What is the top cause in the state of Florida? Work burnout.
I feel like it can definitely affect your life. You know, you kind of limit yourself to certain things. You know, a lot of things kind of maybe in your mind are things that you shouldn't be doing because you're so focused on work and your job. You don't have time to relax. You don't have time for yourself. And, you know, it could cause depression. It could cause, you know, a lot of, just not really wanting to do anything, being lethargic, like things like that. I feel like a lot of people don't really notice these things.
Alba is graduating from FIU in the spring of 2024 with her bachelor's. However, she has not decided yet on what she plans to do for living situations in the future.
Yeah, I started to look for housing this month, and I noticed that most of the rooms for 1 or 2 people, they're around 1,500 to 2,000. So I need actually to get a job that pays well to be able to afford housing and living in Miami.
It is not known for what is to come if this pattern continues with the residents of Florida, and it is not known if this pattern can soon be a domino effect for the rest of the country.
This is Emma Alonso reporting for Caplin News.
Today, NASA is accepting applications for astronauts, and just as expected, the list of requirements is long. Selected astronauts will join NASA's Artemis program that aims to land the first woman and the next man on the moon. The craft also plans to explore and conduct experiments at Lunar's South Pole, a place no person has been, and eventually to travel to Mars.
Miami's NBA team looking to get hot in Cleveland with the return of its star player.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
I see that everyone here genuinely just wants to help one another and build the village that's truly going to surpass our dreams.
A meeting of Women in Charge happening in South Florida. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the Fellow's rudder. as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
Stand is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Taking the lead, a conference in South Florida celebrates women in power. Just yesterday at FIU's MMC campus was the 17th annual Women Who Lead Conference.
In honor of Women's History Month, students in the South Florida community were welcome to join in on the full-day event. Caplin News reporter Kimora Miller was able to capture this amazing opportunity. Let's see more about how it went.
The Women Who Leads conference is being held here at the FIU MMC campus. This conference serves as an opportunity to network, inspire, and help women advance professionally within their career field. Many activities have been lined up for the day to help encourage women of all backgrounds to move in confidence. The conference welcomes the FIU and South Florida community to be involved within their activities. This includes mentoring circles, workshops, keynote speakers, and movement breaks.
I thought I was coming here to provide my knowledge and my insights. I'm actually learning so much and much more empowered by everyone that I've spoken to that I'm so hopeful for the future. It's incredible.
Organizing the Women Who Lead conference has honestly been an honor. I have really enjoyed being able to reach out to different women to serve as mentors during our mentoring panel, as well as our different panelist sessions, and across the university to really engage and just get to know the different women who are supporting us, who can help us support the students who are attending here at FIU.
I came here today because I really wanted to use this as a platform to really connect with the FIU community, and my major is Women's and Gender Studies, so I found that this would be a really good opportunity to do so.
Nice to see females who are also lawyers and also in that field, and how it was a little bit different for them to get where they had to be. You know?
It's just really nice seeing a lot of different women in different industries. Women who lead, they would take charge, and they're smart, they're creative, they have initiative, and they're not afraid to fail, you know, and it's just about, I guess it's about like being authentic and, you know, doing what you believe in.
Such a community, it's such a collective, it's an opportunity for us to laugh, have fun, eat good food, but also to learn, to be aware, to educate each other. This is our biggest event for the Women's Center, so the best takeaway is that we come here with the same purpose, with the same goal, to elevate each other.
Turned out to be a lovely experience because I see that everyone here genuinely just wants to help one another and build the village that's truly going to like surpass our dreams.
The community has definitely grown stronger as the attendees of the conference have much to take away. Women who lead, women who are change makers. Let's continue to build history. I'm Kimora Miller reporting from Caplin News.
Closing the recent road trip, the Miami Heat clutched out another nail-biting win, this time against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Miami faced a contentious Cavs squad that rallied back after being down by 9 points through the fourth quarter. However, Jimmy Butler poured in 30 points, and scary Terry Rozier added 24, including a three-point dagger to ice the game. Final score, Heat 107, Cleveland 104. Miami returns home to face the New Orleans Pelicans tomorrow at 8 p.m.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Laura Palfrey.
And I'm Kenneth Bueno. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.